These are the type of games you love to watch in the regular season, Kevin. The fans will be rowdy, the players fully engaged. We got a good one tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. Horford is out there with Gallinari, and it's MP in at the one spot. Here's Banton, back to Van Vliet. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. MP right side. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Boston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Looking at the Raptors roster, basically the entire squad is under 30. Their key players are extremely young, a great sign for the future.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. We have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, David. Greg, real concern about getting outshot early on. What do you think they can do to prevent it?
Well, you have to find a way to stay attached to the shooters. That means fighting through picks and helping one another.
Which is going to take a lot of effort, a lot of energy. We could see them go to their bench early to try and stay fresh.
Yeah, youth is on their side. And Smitty, since winning that title in 2019, the Raptors have totally turned over their squad.
Kawhi, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, all have left Toronto, Kevin, replaced with much younger players. Give Toronto's front office credit for retooling quickly.
Now, here's MP. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Here's Gallinari. And Barnes sends it back.
How about the commitment on defense from Scotty Barnes? Skilled at swatting them away.
Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Tries yet again, and it's sent back by Horford. And they'll keep possession. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. That one goes in.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Knocks it loose. Siakam outside. Pass to Banton. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And there's Van Vliet on the assist by Anunoby.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Here's Carlos. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot. And Kia and the NBA have a long and great relationship. And now, Greg, they've tapped MP to be a spokesman for the brand.
I mean, guys like Blake Griffin and LeBron have worked with Kia in the past. Good move from them to add MP as the next player to rep their brand.
And the Celtics with possession here. Tatum on the wing. Back to MP. The kick out to Tatum. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his third assist on the night. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against Orlando.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Here's MP, following the basket by Fred Van Vliet. MP, no good. Barnes down low. Gallinari covering. Another shot. Barnes can't get it to go. Boston leading by 3. On the wing, MP. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's Carlos. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions. The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
Back to Tatum. Down low. MP kicks to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. gets the three-pointer to fall. Tatum's got 8 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Passes it to Banton. Van Vliet outside. Fires the three. It's not going to go for him. And it's Boston the other way. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, and you can see the crowd's reaction with every make. It wasn't pretty.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Achua, he's checked in for the Raptors.
In his 11th season already, Danilo Gallinari finally made it past the first round.
Greg, in those 2021 playoffs with Atlanta, Gallo put on a show, shooting 44% from three in the conference semis and finals, showing Danilo was made for prime time.
Now, it's always a party with your North Side crew. Show them some love, fans.
Here's Barnes. He's got 5. Achua finds Barnes. Van Vliet outside. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And that's now 6 points for Fred Van Vliet. And so MV will bring it up for Boston. 7-point differential, and he gets it to go.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Van Vliet passes to Banton. Now Anunoby, coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. Tatum dishes to Brown. MP passes to Tatum. Shoots over Van Vliet, and it's Boston with another.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Now, here's Anunoby. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot's good by Banton.
And you have to credit Anunoby. He's put in the work to become a better playmaker.
Celtics leading by 9. MP deciding where to go with it. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of...
Toronto shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. On the court right now for the Celtics. They've got Horford. Derek White is out there with MP. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Gallinari in at the 4-man position. And Gallinari throws it down.
Rely on Derek White for good feeds. He plays unselfish heads-up basketball.
Van Vliet passes to Barnes. Boucher against Gallinari. Barnes outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second.
That's on Jaylen Brown.
The future that Scotty Barnes has in this league is bright. A versatile swingman with an outstanding work ethic.
That one misses. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Banton, the pass to Boucher. Now here's Van Vliet. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
I mean, an excellent ball handler who varies his pace. Van Vliet knows how to create separation.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about. Threatening with that attack. Clearly a foul.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Boston.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Here's Benton. Now we know the players enjoyed the rest they get during All-Star Weekend. But Greg, you think it should be moved to later in the season?
I like how the current format splits up the season, but it seems more fair to hold an All-Star towards the end of the season so that voters get a more complete look at each player.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Nets was outstanding. He finished with 20 points, and his passing was just incredible. He piled up an impressive number of assists. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And the Raptors call time here.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And, boy, was he a huge part of their finals run.
Raptors trail by 21. Van Vliet up top. White covering. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Boston on D. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Here's Banton. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Banton's got 5. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was, but Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim. And he helped define their interior defense. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Stolen by Van Vliet. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. Banton's shot is off. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. He's only given up 6 here in this quarter. That will be the third of this 6-game road trip. MP dishes to Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
Textbook use there of the pick by Horford. Strong footwork gets him to the shot.
Van Vliet outside. Here's Banton, covered by MP. Comes up empty down low. Here's Boston. They're on a 14-6 run. Rebound by the Raptors. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
Celtics leading by 21. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Boston. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Van Vliet. The shot misses. White with the defensive effort. The pass to MP. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And really, Brown is very talented at nailing shots even while getting hit. What muscle this guy has.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
Now here's Barnes. 6 points for him. Van Vliet kicks to Boucher.
A difficult guy to match up with. Boucher can cause your defense serious problems.
The Raptors shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Celtics leading by 22. Now, here's MP. 11 points in the game. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Blake did a nice job of setting the pick, rolling, catching, and finishing.
And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game. And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Now, here's MP. His last outing with 20 points.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Barnes outside. Van Vliet looking around. On the wing, Barnes. Over Brown. Griffin trying to get open. Offensive rebound. Here's Boucher. Here's Siakam. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
I mean, great hustle by Pascal Siakam, fighting for the board and making sure they convert.
MP with it. 13 points in the game. Feeds it to Griffin. Here's Horford. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Now here's Barnes. Last game he had 13. And there it is for him. Barnes has got 8 points.
Smart play by Scotty, calling for a pick to disrupt the defense a little bit.
Now, here's MP. He's covered closely. Boucher with the rebound. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Shots good by Banton. 9 points in the game so far.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Here's Carlos. Rebound by the Raptors. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the wing, Barnes. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Doesn't take many. Scotty Barnes, money on that 3.
White finds Brown. Back to White. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Pass to MP. Clock at 6. And it's blocked. Barnes looking around. Inside. Pass to Banton. Barnes outside. White against Van Vliet. Knocked away. And stolen by MP. And the shot goes down. And the Celtics lead by 20.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, after their offense stalled in the finals, the Celtics getting some veteran help. Gallinari and Brogdon both bring shooting, and Brogdon's another playmaker on the floor.
And the Raptors. One half, it hasn't even been close. Celtics out in front, opening up a...
At the end of the first half of play, the score is your Raptors 54, the Celtics 77.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Banton in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Good instincts from Scotty Barnes on the offensive glass, and he put it back home.
MP against Barnes. And they double up MP. Brown outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Brown's got 8 points.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
And when you look at Pascal Siakam, he has only gotten better.
Yes, GA, having his best season the last 3 years, averaging over 20 points, and he's a rebounding machine.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. And he goes in for the dunk.
7'2" wingspan, OG Anunoby throwing it down.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And for Siakam, great. He almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Here's Banton, covered by MP. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And Boston with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the dunk by MP.
Unselfish play by Tatum, getting it to a shooter in rhythm instead of chasing his own shot.
Pass to Anunoby. Takes the three. The shot, no good. Now Boston takes it the other way. MV passes to Tatum. That one falls. Tatum's got 25 points in the game.
Diverse in terms of his offensive talents, Tatum is the type of player who you expect to score at least 20 every night.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this ball.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
MP against Van Vliet. 5 on the clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Good D by Gallinari. Has a good combination of size and instincts. Can guard various positions for you. Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
MP against Van Vliet. Here's Carlos. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 8 rebounds in this game, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
MP against Van Vliet. And the basket by MP.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Right at the free throw line, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Terrific at both ends of the floor tonight. Barnes showing why this team is so excited about him.
Here's Carlos. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Pascal Siakam.
In this league has plenty of guys who can take over a game at any time. But, Steve, how fun is it to have a team with multiple threats in on any given night?
Well, it's really, Kevin, unfair because you have 2 guys that can get it going, and for the defense and the other team, that is hard to contend with. Speed and power on display from Barnes on that dunk.
Here's Carlos. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And that one's good, Barnes.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those.
Second attempt at the line tonight.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
That free throw good from Brogdon. And Greg, up and down this Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
Tatum against Barnes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets it. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the board.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Tatum against Barnes. Back to Trent. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game. MP against Trent. MP passes to Williams.
Just such a physical player. Williams has no off switch, which is how he gets these calls.
It's his first trip to the line, and the first one at the line is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Poked away.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Trent with the wide open look. No good on the triple. A 3 from MP. Missed. And so it's the Boston Celtics with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous...
Ladies and gentlemen.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Celtics leading by 18. On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Jason Tatum. Williams is out there with Horford. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's MP in at the 2 guard. Back to Williams. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Celtics lead by 20.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
And another great look at the 2K drive. Tatum against Barnes. Let's go. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's Tatum for 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Brogdon's got 5 assists tonight. Van Vliet passes to Trent. Now Siakam. Trent outside. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot's good from Boucher.
Gary Trent Jr., his teammate, was so open, he could have passed it with his eyes closed.
Now the pass to MP.
Hey, right here.
The 15-footer, the offensive rebound. Williams, that's good.
Salvaged the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Trent can't hit. Celtics leading by 23. Second minute off the clock now in the 4th.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Horford.
You know, a few guys know how to score like Gary Trent Jr. He can fill it up in any situation, firing off quality shots from inside or outside the arc.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Gallinari's checked in for Robert Williams. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Malcolm Brogdon.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
And again, Toronto no luck.
And Gary Trent Jr. certainly has some impressive stats as a result of his skills as a scorer.
GA, how about 5 30-point games in a row? How about 9 threes in a single game? If he finds his rhythm, he can cause you a lot of trouble.
Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Siakam inside. Tatum on him. Siakam misses. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Brown finds MP. Pass to Gallinari. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Manton, the pass to Trent. Here's Banton, covered by MP. The 10-footer. Siakam misses.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
The Celtics making a
Substitution on the court.
Van Vliet against MP. Barnes outside. Here's Banton. He's covered by Brown. Offensive rebound. Barnes. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Defenders haven't figured out Scotty Barnes yet.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
It's all about the mid-range game. It has been a real difference in this one. Taking what the defense has given, and it's been paying off.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
Wow, take care of the basketball. Something he did a great job of in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
Van Vliet against MP. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Cans it from downtown.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
To the middle, here's Gallinari. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. To the paint, here's Van Vliet. And the rejection by Tatum.
And how about the craftiness from Tatum? He plays smart, quick hands on defense, and able to block the shot.
Manton, the pass to Van Vliet. Toronto working the ball around now. Siakam, good.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
MP against Van Vliet. Scooped up. Out to Gallinari for 3. Here's Williams. And at last, they get one to fall. Williams has got 10 points here in the second half. Raptors trail by 18. Pass to Barnes. Van Vliet wide open. And it's off from 3-point range. Boston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Now, here's MP. Not a lot of room.
Foul. Delano Banton. That's his second
Free throw
foul.
good, MP.
Second team foul.
And both free throws good for MP. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Here's Banton. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Siakam. The Raptors need to get a shot off. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
MP fires from way outside. Boston again missing. And stolen by MP. Good D by Anunoby.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Here's Carlos. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
First one falls for him. Some changes for Boston.
Line for the
Luke
Celtics.
Cornett, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Gallinari. And it's Pritchard in for Brown. Steve, you played all 4 years at Michigan State. When you think about the fun you had there, what was more enjoyable, playing college basketball or in the pros?
Kevin, I have to be honest, both was fantastic. When in college, those 4 years was something I'll never forget. But then obviously, ultimately, you want to make it to the NBA, and I got a chance to do that. So both were fantastic in my eyes.
Here's Trent, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Trent outside. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one.
That's the end
A
of the
resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you later.